Hi, I'm Cynthia Kahn, founder of Amused Now, and I'm here today with alternative pop recording artist Caiikie. Hey, Caiikie.
Hi, how are you? Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. What an interesting name. For those of you who don't know Caiikie, she spells her name Caiikie.
Yes.
At first, I thought it was Hawaiian, but it's not pronounced that way. So tell us how you came about that name. Is it a family name?
Actually, kind of. So essentially, it's kind of like my birth name now. My real name is Caitlin, but when I was born, my brother is a year older than me, and when I was born, my parents told my brother what my name was. They said it was Caitlin, and he couldn't say it. He had the hardest time pronouncing it, so it kind of came out as Caiikie. And so it really replaced my birth name kind of. So my whole family, my very close family, my very close friends, um, they only call me Caiikie, and now it's Cake. So it's like either or, Caiikie, Cake, whatever. So it's really just kind of replaced my name.
Well, I want to congratulate you on your two new releases, Love Again and Sexy Turned Up.
Yeah.
Where can we get copies of the music for our collection?
Well, actually, right now on iTunes, you can go under Caiikie and you'll find Love Again and Running Rounds, which another single of mine. Sexy Turned Up is not available on iTunes yet, but you can get any of them via like all digital stores other than iTunes. So like Amazon, um, you can find them on my YouTube. You can find links on my home base page, which is caiikie.com. Um, Obviously, Google, if you type it in, you'll find it. Yeah,
I love your sound because you really are alternative pop. So
thanks.
what's your musical background?
I was always performing. I know it sounds very cliche, but ever since I was born, performing and singing and music was in my household. And I have a lot of embarrassing home videos to attest to the fact. But I began playing piano when I was really young, and then I decided that I also wanted to add viola, so I started that when I was really young. And then I was always singing, so I also wanted to try professional voice lessons. So I couldn't do all of those at one time because I would have been really extra busy. So I decided to do focus pretty much solely on my vocals. And so when I was at age 11, I started taking professional voice lessons, and I really honed in on that and focused on that, and that really became my passion. So and then I performed all through high school. I traveled all around the country and out of the country with like specialized singing groups. I did that. I did theater, and then in college I continued singing. And then once I graduated college, I was like, I can go down a specific career path, or I can kind of follow my dream of pursuing music because music has always been a common denominator in my life. So I thought things come and go, but music has always been there, so why not give it a try? And that's why I moved to New York.
You've definitely been formally trained and it's you can hear it in your voice, so that's
Thank
awesome.
you. Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, but you got to stick with it, and I still do vocal exercises every day and realize, try and take care of my voice and stuff because this is all I've got. This is what I'm banking on right now. So trying to trying to keep it golden. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, who can we credit as your musical influencers?
Like when I was younger, I listened to a lot of different genres of music. My dad was always playing music in the house. Like I grew up on James Taylor, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Bruce Springsteen, who's one of my all-time favorites. He was actually my first concert. Um, Love and Spoonfuls, Ella Fitzgerald, Judy Garland. So, all over the place. And you know, as Celine Dion, of course. And then also as I grew up and I started choosing my own musical interests, I really took to the artists that really pushed the boundaries of what I think mainstream performance art is right now. Like, for instance, Rufus Wainwright. He's very folky, but he pushes the envelope of what a folk mainstream artist is with his lyrics and the way he performs, and just his demeanor as a person. He is so moved by the music. So there's that, and of course I have to give it up for Lady Gaga. She's my girl. She and I are best friends, but she doesn't know it yet. She pushes the envelope, as we all know, and that's what I hope to do with my music eventually and with my performances. So I have a whole wide variety of people that have influenced me. I can't really credit just one or two. I just credit like a whole community of different genres and people that have influenced my life musically.
Well, Caiikie, you've been making a lot of videos to promote your music.
Yeah.
So tell us about those projects.
Well, first of all, let me just say that especially nowadays, with the technology and social media that we all have available to us, it's really important for especially artists that are starting out to try and form a community of their fans and prospective fans or whatever. So we do that through social media, and right now we're doing a lot of that just through videos. So I take my fans, or my family, or people that can't actually physically be with me. I take them to my studio sessions. I take them to my performances. I take them to photo shoots, and then I post them because I really want them to feel like they're a part of the journey with me, and that I want them to feel like they have contributed to my successes. So I post videos all the time. But I just think it's really important to establish some sort of community. So.
Well, that's a very excellent social media strategy that you seem to be doing very well.
Thanks. It's a lot of hard work.
Well, you're based out of New York, and do you play in local clubs, and where can people see you?
Yeah. So recently I have been really picking up in the local scene of New York City. I've played at several really great venues for starting artists and people, of arts that really want to nurture artist talents, and there again with the whole community thing, you meet other artists and you build some sort of networking community, and you all kind of help each other out. November has been a great month for me. I sang at the New York Marathon. I was on mile 19, and that was really, really fun. I sang the national anthem at the Mets game. Yeah, that was so scary. I played at Piano's Bar, which is like a very famous small venue for artists, and I just hopping around. So it's been a really great, and now this interview, it's just a really great November for me. So then next month, December, I've been asked back to Pianos, so I'll be playing there, and Tammany Hall and Pyramid Lounge, and then I also have another. I'm being featured on an open mic night kind of thing. So I'm not sure of the dates of all of these, but you can always find them on any of my accounts, like my Google Plus or my Caiikie.com or my Facebook or Twitter. We post it all the time.
That sounds like fun. Wish I lived closer.
I know, me too. It would be nice to not talk through a screen or a phone. You got to do it nowadays.
Yeah, for sure.
How it works. So.
Well, we met through your label, 7Seas Records. So tell us about your relationship with them and how they help get you exposure.
Well, actually, it's kind of a funny story. It was a year and a half ago, maybe a year. And I was working as a server, and I decided I just needed some extra cash. And one of my friends said, well, why don't you do demo singing and make some extra cash that way? So I was like, okay. So I went online on Craigslist and was looking for demos, and they had posted an ad just like, we just need a female demo singer to just come in and cut some tracks and then be on your way. So I sent in a video, and they really liked me, and they called me immediately and said, well, forget about the demo thing. We want to, work with you and nurture you and your talent and stuff. So I was like, okay, great. That sounds awesome. So we have a really fun relationship. Like, they really have helped kind of push me out of my comfort zone and step out into the world of artistry and music. So they have helped me. They help manage all my social media stuff because it's a lot and can be very tasking. So they help me with that, and they have a lot of really great connections and stuff. So they help me meet new people and new artists and all that. So it was kind of happenstance how it all occurred, but I'm glad it did.
So for musicians who may be looking for a record label, I know that it was happenstance for you, but did you have some selection criteria that you were using, or?
Yeah, I mean, of course. You always have to be conscious of, don't go into something completely blindly or with some sort of naivete. But I think the main criteria for me was to just connect with somebody or a group of people that was as committed to success as I was and I am.
Amused Now is about artists helping artists. So what tidbits of advice do you have for other musicians who are trying to make a name for themselves?
When people ask me that, I like to relay what I have to say to myself every day that I wake up, because this is a very difficult business and it's a difficult path that we all have chosen, but we have chosen it because it's who we are and it's all we really know how to do. So I have to tell myself to not fear my own potential, and because of that, to just be 100% myself and fearless. So I have to say that to myself every day, because at the end of the day, you're the one that has to pick yourself up and follow your dream.
Well, Caiikie, it's been awesome talking with you today.
Yeah, you too. Thank you. No, I really appreciate you having me. I thank you for the exposure and for letting people kind of get to know the real me. I'm like sitting in my bedroom right now just hanging out. So it's nice, to just not be on a stage and to just sit and express myself. So.
People relate to people that are just like them. So I do the interviews because I want people to see artists as people.
As people, yeah, exactly. And I thank you for this opportunity very much.
It's my pleasure, and I hope that when we launch our e-commerce site that you will add Amused Now to your distribution network.
Of course, we're going to stay connected, of course.
Well, you go, and I will talk to you soon.
Okay. Thank you, Cynthia.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Kahn, founder of Amused Now. This featured artist presentation has been brought to you by Amused Now Entertainment, a website that enables artists to profit from their creativity. To learn more about Amused Now, visit us at www.amusednow.com or email me at ckahn@amusednow.com.